Hello everybody. It's been a minute since a Life with Mover video. Most of the stuff's been on the main channel. We talked about the Chinese balloons and did an interview with some original Top Gun dudes. So if you want to check that out, it'll be on the other channel here soon. But the last video I posted, or last two videos I posted about my ARCA test at Daytona, what a response. They've done well. It's been awesome. And now it's about a week away from the race, and the answer to the question of what's next is we're not going to make Daytona. And I knew that was kind of a long shot. We were trying to put stuff together at the last minute, and at one point I thought that it was likely. It is tough to get sponsors in general. It's especially tough when you don't necessarily have a big racing background. Now I do have, a decent social media following, but it does become a challenge when you're trying to put together sponsorships with less than 2 weeks or 3 weeks or whatever the case may be. A very short time to go racing. So unfortunately, not going to make the Daytona race. That doesn't mean that I don't want to. I said in the video itself that I didn't really know what it would lead to. For me, I was out of pocket to do this as something I've always wanted to do, something I was passionate about, and if it was just a fun 40th send-off, then that's okay. It was a fun time. Because my goal was to go out, test, have a good time, don't wreck anybody, don't wreck myself, and learn a lot, which I absolutely did. Bobby Gerhardt is, the man is a legend in ARCA and in racing in general. So it's been an honor working with him, and I'm hoping to continue to work with him. One of the coolest things about this video, and just about any video that I post where it gets a good response like that, is the outpouring of support. People will come out of nowhere and offer to help. And I met a lot of really cool people that offered to help and tried to help get sponsors, and we were working right to the deadline. We could not square the corner, especially with companies that already have set their budget for the year or don't have the budget to do it, or we just couldn't put it all together in time. So with that said, looking forward, it's definitely something I'm passionate about. It's definitely something I want to continue to do. I don't know whether that means a couple races here, a couple races there, or something longer term. But for at least the near future, the next race I'm probably going to do, if I don't do, I'm talking to Daniel from Battle Scarred Motorsports about doing some dirt track racing here just to get more experience and have a good time. But the very next race I think that tentatively I'm planning on doing is with Battle Scarred Motorsports. We're going to do the Champ Car Endurance Series in Pale Horse at Daytona on the road course in April. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Looking forward to that. I'm hoping Doug will be able to go too. And, we'll do some, I think it's one long day. I don't think it's 2 days like we did in New Orleans. I think it's one 15-hour day. So that'll be a lot of fun, be really tiring, but I think it'll be enjoyable. As far as the ARCA side, still trying to put together sponsor packages. I think we're looking at maybe a 4 or 5 race deal if we can find the sponsors to do that. I think that would be, amazing. And what that does is it changes, the first 2 videos. It kind of makes a road to Daytona, because the first 2 videos were the ARCA test, and then now it hopefully, if we can get sponsors, would be a series of going from starting at other tracks and ending up at Daytona next year, kind of like Michael Fassbender in the Road to Le Mans. But I don't know. It could be nothing. There's no guarantees in the sport that you'll ever get sponsors. And, for me, financially, it's not feasible to self-fund races. So if not, I feel like that just being able to race at Daytona the one time in practice was enough to make me feel like I accomplished something. So anything beyond that, I'm just incredibly fortunate and grateful. And I'm grateful for the people that have reached out. Those of you, John, Rick, guys like that have reached out and said, hey, I believe in what you're doing and I want to be a part of it. How can I help? And it just means a lot. It means a lot when people are willing to help and they believe in what you're doing. So I hope we can put it together. You know, when I became a fighter pilot, the answer was no. And instead of accepting that, I made them tell me no. You know, make them tell you no. That's something we talk about. So we just have to keep digging. You can't accept that the answer is going to be no. You have to believe that eventually the answer is going to be yes until there's, you know, no more yeses available. So to that last person or group tells you no, there's always going to be a chance. And that's kind of the way we're approaching this, is that I think we've got a really good shot. And I think the team with Bobby and Billy, you know, Ray and those guys, I think it's a really good team. And I think we gelled really well. And it's something that I would love to see us racing more than one race, and then perhaps even more in the future. But it's one step at a time. And for me, it's just, I want to race once. You know, I want to try to get that first race under my belt, race cleanly. I don't think I'm going to go out there and be, you know, like I said, the Dale Earnhardt or Jeff Gordon, Tony Stewart types. Look, I'm all listing all the old school guys, but I don't for a second believe that. But I believe we can be competitive, and I believe that I can race cleanly and learn a lot. And that's the thing, as a fighter pilot, you know, you always try to set yourself up for success with a good plan, a good brief, mission planning, and then you come back and, you know, you make mistakes, but you come back and you can debrief it. And that's what I loved about learning from Bobby and learning from Billy, is that there was a good debrief and there was a lot of stuff to take back that I could use to improve. So it made me a better driver. It made me a better person in general. So anything we do, I think I will learn a lot more. But that's the plan. At least we got the Champ Car races. I say races because there's a New Orleans race at the end of the year, so I'll try to do that as well. But I appreciate everybody's support. I'm going to do a Mover Ruins Movies, even though I'm not really qualified, on Days of Thunder here on this channel soon. And we'll do some more content in general, you know, with the Corvette, the dogs, all that stuff. That's what this channel's about. Law enforcement. Got to do a review on the Mastech holster, which I'm looking forward to doing. And yeah, we'll just see where this goes. Thanks for all your support. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.